where we make learning English both fun and easy. I'm your host, Adam, and I'm so glad you've joined us today. Whether you're just starting your English journey or looking to improve your skills, you're in the right place. Now, as always, I'm joined by my wonderful co-host, Julia. Hi, Julia.
Hi, Adam, and hello to all our listeners. It's great to be back with another exciting episode. We're here to guide you through your English learning journey, step by step.
That's right, Julia. And today, we have a really interesting topic to discuss. We're going to dive into how you can use AI, or artificial intelligence, to learn English more effectively. This is something that's really changing the way people learn languages all around the world.
Absolutely, Adam. AI is not just a buzzword anymore. It's a powerful tool that can help learners at all levels. Whether you want to practice your speaking, improve your vocabulary, or even get real-time feedback on your writing, AI can do it all.
And to help us explore this topic, we have a very special guest with us today. He's someone who knows a lot about AI and how it's being used in education. Please welcome Daniel. He's an expert in artificial intelligence and has been working closely with educational technologies for several years now.
Hi, Daniel. Thanks for joining us on the English Globe.
Hi, Adam and Julia. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here and talk about how AI is transforming the way we learn, especially when it comes to learning English.
We're thrilled to have you with us, Daniel. AI can seem a bit overwhelming at first, but today we're going to break it down and show our listeners just how easy and beneficial it can be to incorporate AI into their English learning routine.
Exactly. So, if you're curious about how AI can help you learn English faster and smarter, stay tuned. We've got a lot of great information coming your way.
Let's get started. All right, everyone. Now that we've set the stage, let's dive into today's topic, AI, or artificial intelligence. I know the term AI can sound a bit technical, but don't worry. We're going to break it down and make it really easy to understand. So Daniel, can you start by explaining to our listeners what AI actually is in simple terms?
Of course, Adam. AI, or artificial intelligence, is basically a type of technology that allows machines or computers to mimic human intelligence. This means they can perform tasks that usually require human thinking, such as understanding language, recognizing images, solving problems, and even learning from experience.
That sounds fascinating. So AI is kind of like giving computers a brain?
Exactly, Adam. Think of it as teaching a computer to think and learn like a human. For example, when you use your smartphone and it suggests words as you type, or when you talk to a virtual assistant like Siri or Alexa, you're interacting with AI. It's everywhere, on our phones, in our cars, and even in our homes.
And Daniel, how does AI actually learn? I mean, how can a computer learn like we do?
Great question, Julia. AI learns through something called machine learning. This is where the AI is fed large amounts of data, like text, images, or voice recordings, and it uses that data to recognize patterns and make decisions. Over time, as it processes more data, it gets better at predicting outcomes or understanding what you need. So, the more you use an AI tool, the smarter it becomes because it learns from your interactions.
Wow, that's really impressive. So, AI isn't just following commands. It's actually getting smarter as it goes. But I'm sure many of our listeners are wondering, how exactly is AI being used in education, especially when it comes to learning English?
Yes, let's talk about that. AI is really making waves in the education world. It's being used to create personalized learning experiences that can adapt to each student's needs. For example, if you're using an AI-powered app to learn English, the app can track your progress and adjust the lessons to match your skill level. If you're struggling with vocabulary, it can focus more on that. And if you're doing well with grammar, it might challenge you with more advanced exercises.
That's right, Julia. AI in education is all about personalization. One of the most popular ways AI is being used in language learning is through language apps like Duolingo or Babbel. These apps use AI to analyze how well you're doing and then tailor the lessons to help you improve where you need it most. For example, if the app notices that you're having trouble with past tense verbs, it might give you more practice exercises in that area.
So, these apps are like having a personal tutor who knows exactly what you need to work on.
Exactly, Adam. And it doesn't stop there. AI is also being used in chatbots, which are programs you can talk to, just like you would with a real person. These chatbots can simulate conversations in English, helping you practice speaking and listening skills. What's great about this is that you can practice anytime without needing to find a speaking partner. The chatbot can give you immediate feedback, correct your mistakes, and even help you learn new phrases.
And it's not just about practicing language skills, right, Daniel? AI can also help with understanding and retaining information. For example, some AI tools use something called spaced repetition to help learners remember vocabulary words better.
Yes, exactly, Julia. Spaced repetition is a technique where the AI schedules reviews of vocabulary at increasing intervals to help reinforce your memory. So, instead of just memorizing a word once and forgetting it later, the AI brings it back for review just when you might be starting to forget it. This helps to lock it into your long-term memory.
That sounds incredibly useful. It's like having your own personal coach, reminding you to keep practicing just when you need it. And it's all based on how your brain naturally learns and remembers.
That's right, Adam. AI tools are designed to complement the way our brains work, making learning more efficient and effective. And because these tools can be accessed on your phone or computer, you can fit learning into your daily routine, no matter how busy you are.
It's amazing how much technology has advanced and how AI is making it easier for people to learn English at their own pace. And what's even better is that many of these tools are available 24/7, so you can learn whenever it's convenient for you.
So, to sum it up, AI is really changing the game when it comes to learning English. From personalized lessons to interactive chatbots and smart tools that help you remember better, AI is making it possible to learn faster and more effectively than ever before.
Exactly, Adam. And the best part is that these tools are accessible to everyone, regardless of their level. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced learner, there's an AI tool out there that can help you achieve your goals.
Thank you so much, Daniel, for breaking it down for us. I think our listeners will really appreciate understanding how AI can make their English learning journey smoother and more enjoyable.
Yes, thanks, Daniel. We're just getting started, and we've got even more tips on how to use AI to learn English coming up, so don't go anywhere. Now that we've got a good understanding of what AI is and how it's being used in education, let's dig deeper into some of the specific benefits of using AI for learning English. One of the biggest advantages that we've touched on a little bit already is personalized learning. Julia, how does AI personalize the learning experience?
Great question, Adam. One of the most remarkable things about AI is its ability to tailor the learning experience to each individual. Unlike traditional classroom settings, where everyone follows the same curriculum at the same pace, AI can adjust the content based on how well you're doing and what you need to focus on. This means that whether you're a beginner who's just getting started or someone who's more advanced and needs a challenge, AI can adapt to your specific needs.
That sounds like a huge advantage. It's almost like having a tutor who knows exactly what you need at every step of the way. Daniel, can you explain a bit more about how AI manages to do this?
Absolutely, Adam. AI personalizes learning by analyzing the data it collects from your interactions. For example, when you're using an AI-powered language app, the AI keeps track of how well you're performing on different exercises. It looks at things like which words or grammar points you struggle with, how quickly you're able to complete tasks, and even how often you need hints or corrections. Based on this information, the AI adjusts the difficulty of the exercises, choosing lessons that are just right for you, challenging enough to push you forward, but not so difficult that you feel overwhelmed.
That's really impressive, Daniel. And it means that every learner gets a unique experience that's perfectly suited to them. For example, if someone is having trouble with verb tenses, the AI might focus more on that area, offering extra practice until they're comfortable with it. On the other hand, if they're doing well with something like vocabulary, the AI might introduce more complex words to keep them progressing.
Exactly, Julia. And it's not just about adjusting the difficulty. AI can also adapt the way it presents information based on how the learner prefers to study. Some people learn better through visual aids like images and videos, while others might prefer listening to audio or doing interactive exercises. AI can identify these preferences over time and present content in a way that best suits the learner's style, making the learning process more efficient and enjoyable.
So, it's not just one size fits all. AI makes sure that each learner is getting the kind of practice they need at a pace that works for them and in a format that they find engaging. That sounds like a game changer for anyone who might have struggled with traditional methods of learning English.
Definitely, Adam. And the beauty of AI is that it doesn't stop there. Another major benefit of AI in learning English is the 24/7 accessibility it offers. With AI tools, you can learn whenever you want, wherever you are. Gone are the days when you had to wait for your next class or find a tutor with the right schedule.
That's such an important point, Julia. One of the biggest challenges for learners is finding time to practice. Life is busy. People have jobs, school, family commitments, and it's not always easy to fit English lessons into that schedule. But with AI tools, learning can happen at any time that's convenient for you. Whether it's early in the morning before work, during a lunch break, or late at night before bed, you can always access your lessons and keep progressing.
And I imagine that flexibility really helps with consistency, right? We've all heard that regular practice is key to learning a language, but it can be tough to stick to a schedule.
Exactly, Adam. Consistency is critical, and having 24/7 access to learning tools makes it much easier to build and maintain a regular study routine. Plus, these tools are often available on multiple devices, your phone, tablet, or computer, so you can pick up where you left off, no matter where you are. Waiting for a bus? You can do a quick vocabulary quiz. Have a few minutes before a meeting? Practice your listening skills with a short audio clip. The ability to learn in these small pockets of time really adds up.
It's incredible how AI can fit learning into even the busiest of schedules. And there are so many platforms out there that offer this kind of flexibility. Daniel, can you share some examples of popular AI-powered platforms that provide continuous learning opportunities?
Sure, Julia. One of the most well-known platforms is Duolingo, which many people are already familiar with. It uses AI to create a personalized learning path and adapts the lessons based on how well you're doing. Another great platform is Babbel, which also uses AI to tailor lessons and offers a mix of exercises, including speaking practice with voice recognition. And then there's Rosetta Stone, which has been around for a while but has integrated AI to make their language learning even more effective by providing real-time feedback.
I've heard great things about those apps. They really seem to cover all the bases, from reading and writing to speaking and listening.
That's right, Adam. And what's great is that these platforms often use gamification, turning learning into a game with points, rewards, and challenges to keep learners motivated. The AI keeps track of your progress and encourages you to keep going, which is especially helpful when you're studying on your own and don't have a teacher or classmates to keep you accountable.
It sounds like these tools not only make learning more effective, but also more fun and engaging. The ability to learn at your own pace, on your own schedule, and in a way that feels enjoyable is really empowering for learners.
Absolutely. And for our listeners, this means that no matter where you are in your English learning journey, there's an AI tool out there that can help you move forward. Whether you're looking to improve your grammar, expand your vocabulary, or just practice speaking.
Exactly, Adam. The combination of personalized learning and 24/7 accessibility is what makes AI such a powerful tool for learning English. It puts control in the hands of the learner, allowing them to study in a way that works best for them.
And with so many options available, it's easier than ever to find a tool that fits your specific needs. So if you've been struggling to find time for your English studies, or if traditional methods haven't been working for you, AI might just be the solution you're looking for.
Well said, Julia. And we're not done yet. Coming up, we'll talk about some tips on how to make the most of these AI tools and share some success stories from learners who've used AI to achieve their English learning goals. So, stay with us. All right, we've talked a lot about the amazing benefits of using AI for learning English, but I know some of our listeners might be wondering where to start. There are so many tools and apps out there, and it can be overwhelming to figure out which ones are the best fit. Daniel, could you help us out by suggesting some effective AI tools for English learners?
Of course, Adam. There's definitely a wide range of tools available, but I'll highlight a few that I think are particularly effective. First up is Duolingo. It's probably one of the most popular language learning apps out there, and for good reason. Duolingo uses AI to create a personalized learning path based on your progress and the areas where you need more practice. The app's bite-sized lessons make it easy to fit learning into your day, even if you only have a few minutes here and there.
Duolingo seems to be a favorite among learners because of how engaging it is with its gamified approach. You can earn points, unlock new levels, and even compete with friends, right?
Exactly, Adam. The gamification aspect really keeps learners motivated, which is key when you're trying to stay consistent. Another great tool I'd recommend is Babbel. It's similar to Duolingo in some ways, but Babbel is known for its focus on conversation skills. The lessons are designed to help you start speaking from day one, which is crucial when you're learning a language. Babbel's AI also adapts the lessons to your learning style and progress, ensuring that you're always working on what you need most.
That's interesting, Daniel. I've heard that Babbel's lessons are also quite practical, focusing on real-life conversations that you're likely to have in everyday situations. That seems like a big advantage for learners who want to use English in their daily lives.
Absolutely, Julia. Babbel's focus on practical conversation is one of its strong points. And for learners who are looking for something that offers more intensive vocabulary practice, I'd recommend AI-powered flashcard apps like Anki. Anki uses a spaced repetition system, which is a method that shows you flashcards at intervals based on how well you know the content. The AI keeps track of your progress and adjusts the frequency of the cards to help you remember them more effectively. It's a powerful tool for building and retaining vocabulary.
Anki is a great tool for those who want to drill down on specific words and phrases, especially if you're preparing for a test or just want to expand your vocabulary. It sounds like there's really something for everyone out there, whether you're just starting out or looking to polish your skills.
Exactly, Adam. And the best part is that many of these tools are either free or very affordable, making them accessible to learners all over the world. But while AI tools are incredibly powerful, it's important to remember that they're most effective when combined with traditional learning methods. Julia, do you want to talk a bit about that?
Definitely, Daniel. While AI can provide a lot of advantages, it's important not to rely on it entirely. Traditional methods like reading books, writing essays, and practicing speaking are still crucial parts of the learning process. AI tools are great for providing structure and guidance, but they can't replace the value of interacting with real people or immersing yourself in the language. For example, if you're using an AI app to learn new vocabulary, it's a good idea to also read books or articles in English to see how those words are used in context.
And speaking of interaction, Daniel, what are your thoughts on combining AI with real-life practice, like speaking with native speakers or joining English clubs?
That's a great point, Adam. One of the best ways to reinforce what you've learned with AI tools is to use that knowledge in real-life situations. Speaking with native speakers is one of the most effective ways to improve your fluency and confidence. There are plenty of online platforms like Italki or Tandem where you can connect with native speakers for language exchange or even hire a tutor. This kind of interaction helps you apply what you've learned, hear how English is spoken naturally, and get feedback on your pronunciation and grammar.
And what about local opportunities, Daniel? I know some learners might have access to English clubs or meetups in their area.
Yes, Julia. Joining an English club or meetup group is another fantastic way to practice speaking. These groups often focus on conversation practice and provide a supportive environment where you can build your speaking skills without feeling too pressured. And if you're not comfortable speaking right away, many of these groups also have activities like watching movies, playing games, or discussing books in English, which can help you get used to the language in a more relaxed setting.
It seems like combining AI with these traditional methods creates a well-rounded learning experience. You get the structure and personalization from AI tools, while real-life practice helps you apply what you've learned and build confidence.
Exactly, Adam. The key is to find a balance that works for you. Use AI to guide your learning, fill in gaps, and keep you motivated. But also make sure you're engaging with the language in a variety of ways. Whether it's through reading, writing, speaking, or even listening to music in English. The more you immerse yourself in the language, the more effective your learning will be.
That's really encouraging, Daniel. And for our listeners, it's important to remember that learning a language is a journey. It's okay to use different tools and methods along the way. The most important thing is to stay consistent and keep challenging yourself.
Well said, Julia. And for anyone who's just starting out or feeling stuck, remember that there are so many resources out there, both AI-powered and traditional, that can help you reach your English learning goals. We'll be sharing some links to these tools on our website after the show, so be sure to check those out.
And don't forget to explore different combinations until you find what works best for you. Some learners might thrive with AI tools, while others might prefer a mix of technology and face-to-face interaction. The beauty of today's learning environment is that you have the freedom to choose and adapt as you go.
Absolutely, Daniel. And for our listeners, don't be afraid to experiment and try new things. Every learner is different, and finding the right approach might take some time, but it's all part of the process.
Thanks for those practical tips, Daniel and Julia. Up next, we'll be diving into some real-life success stories from learners who've used AI to achieve their English learning goals, so stay tuned. So far, we've covered the many ways AI can help you learn English. But like with any tool, there are potential challenges to be aware of. One of the biggest concerns I've heard from learners is the risk of relying too much on AI.
Have you ever tried using AI to practice English?
Not really. I've heard about it, but I don't know how it works.
It's like having a tutor. You can ask questions, practice sentences, or even have full conversations.
Can it correct my mistakes?
Yes, and it can explain why something is incorrect too. That's really helpful for learning.
What about pronunciation?
AI tools can give you feedback. They compare your pronunciation to native speakers.
Oh, that's cool, so I can sound more natural.
Exactly. You can practice phrases and even learn expressions native speakers use.
Expressions like idioms and slang.
Yes, and how to use them in the right context. That's something a dictionary won't teach you.
What if I make the same mistake again?
AI can track your progress and remind you. It learns what you struggle with and adapts to help.
That sounds smart. Can it help with writing too?
Definitely. It can suggest better words, fix grammar, and even help you organize your ideas.
So, it's not just about grammar rules.
No, it's about improving how you express yourself overall. You'll get better at thinking in English.
That's what I need. Where do I start?
I'll guide you. First, let's set some goals. Then we can pick the best tools for you.
Okay, so how do I set goals?
Start small. Think about what you want to improve first: speaking, writing, listening, or vocabulary.
I think speaking is my biggest problem.
Good choice. Do you have trouble with confidence, pronunciation, or forming sentences?
Mostly confidence. I feel nervous and I can't think of what to say.
AI can help with that. There are tools where you can practice conversations. It's like talking to a real person, but no pressure.
What kind of topics can I talk about?
Anything. You can choose everyday topics, like ordering food, or practice specific scenarios, like job interviews.
And it gives me feedback.
Yes, it'll highlight areas to improve, like pronunciation or grammar. You can repeat the conversation until you feel comfortable.
What if I don't know what to say during a conversation?
AI can guide you. It might suggest phrases or ask follow-up questions to keep the conversation going.
That's helpful. What about vocabulary? Can it teach me new words?
Definitely. You can learn words in context, so you understand how to use them naturally. AI can also create flashcards or quizzes for you.
Quizzes sound fun. Can it test me on what I've learned?
Yes, it tracks your progress and adjusts the difficulty. If you're doing well, it'll challenge you more. If you're struggling, it'll focus on basics.
That's smart. Can I use it to improve my listening too?
Absolutely. You can listen to native speakers in different accents and practice understanding them. Some tools even let you slow down the audio.
That would help a lot. Sometimes I can't keep up with fast conversations.
With practice, you'll get faster. You can also use AI to practice shadowing, repeating what you hear to match the speaker.
Shadowing. I've never tried that.
It's a great way to improve both listening and speaking. You'll sound more natural and pick up the rhythm of the language.
I like that. Can AI help with writing too?
Yes, it's amazing for writing. You can write essays, emails, or even short paragraphs. AI can check grammar, suggest better words, and make your writing clearer.
What if my sentences are simple?
That's fine. AI can suggest ways to make them more advanced. For example, it might show you how to combine two short sentences into one longer, more natural one.
Oh, I'd like that. I always feel like my writing is too basic.
With practice, it'll improve. AI can also help you organize your ideas better, so your writing flows naturally.
It sounds like AI can do a lot. How much time should I spend using it?
Consistency is key. Even 15 to 30 minutes a day can make a big difference. Just make sure you focus on one skill at a time.
Got it. Do I need to pay for these tools?
Some are free, and others have subscriptions. Start with the free ones, and if you find them useful, you can explore paid options later.
Thanks. I feel more confident about using AI now.
You're welcome. Remember, it's just a tool. Your progress depends on your effort, but AI can make learning much easier and more fun.